One last thing, and you don't have to be real verbose here. Just give me maybe 2 minutes. What do you think President Obama is going to say? Do we see any bells and whistles in his speech on Thursday?
On his speech on Thursday?
Yes, he's giving a speech on Thursday, and he's going to discuss how he's going to create jobs and help the economy recover.
Listen, my friend, it's going to be more of the same. He has failed miserably. He has taken billions of dollars and done absolutely nothing with it. It doesn't take you or I'm not saying we're qualified to run the country, probably not. But if someone gave us $1 million, we could put some people to work. Could you put somebody to work if you were given $1 million?
Certainly.
Okay, so how about if you were given $1 billion? Could you put somebody to work?
Certainly. But I'm going to say this.
You do it?
Yes, certainly.
Take 3 years for you. Hold it. Would it take 3 years for you to do it?
I don't know.
Well, like, think about it. You got $1 billion. Put people to work. Get them salaries. Would it take you 3 years to do it?
I don't know. It's more complicated than that.
It doesn't take 3 years to even start a company. It doesn't take 3 years to start a business. So if it doesn't take 3 years to start a business, then it wouldn't take you 3 years to get a business together where you have a salary to go to different people to do whatever the functions they do. It's very simple.
I think it's a little different.
Hold it. That's why the problem is there, because this guy's never run a business. He's never really run a government position, and he really doesn't know. It's almost unfair to expect him to be able to do anything, and everybody tugging and pulling from him on out of all areas. But he doesn't have the common sense to say, I'm going to set up this program, and I'm going to get people back to work. It doesn't take...
All right, I think it's a little different, but I'm just going to give him a little credit that, A, I'm going to be open-minded. Hopefully he can do something. Hopefully he has a good plan. But you do have to give him credit for this. The auto industry sales have started to really recover. I mean, in the month of August, General Motors showed an 18% increase. Ford Motor showed 11%. Ford Motor showed 11.1% increase, and Chrysler, one of the companies he bailed out, 30 point percent.
If he took those billions and signed a check and gave me $22 million to clear up my situation, I'd be clear too. But it doesn't work that way. He has to build something. He has to build a viable economy that's going to put people to work. That's what he's missing. By bailing out companies and making them richer and getting their profits up is ludicrous. It doesn't do a thing but make the richer richer. The poor, the people without jobs, are getting nothing. And they're still looking for jobs. They're still scrambling. And for you to believe that he's going to do something within 1 year before he has a chance to be reelected, you're quite naive, my friend.
Oh.
He couldn't get it done in 3 years. He ain't getting it done in 1.
Oh, wait a second.
He's got nothing in writing or structure for the economy right now.
I don't think he is. Wait, I don't think he is. But he can show a positive trend. Because actually, and this is the White House has already set the election year up for failure, already to show its failure, because they said that they anticipate the unemployment number to still be around 9.1 around election year. So they're already they're preparing for failure. I mean, that's the kind of spin. And let's say come the election year, and all of a sudden it goes from a 9.1 to an 8.7, that could be one of their forums that they're going to run on as well. So they're trying to set someone up, set the company, the nation up for a negative, and anything will be a positive. What do you think about that?
All right, let me do my rebuttal. We have 1 minute left. Let me do my rebuttal. And folks, listen to me. You got to realize, you got to excuse Stone, because Stone is from a long line of pablum-puking liberals. And he's giving everybody a break and looking for everybody.
I'm up the middle, sir.
You see how he was screaming and yelling how the auto companies got bailed out and how it was so great. No, giving money to people freely is not a good thing. But setting up jobs and people to work for a living, that's where you have to get it done. And now that Obama went almost 4 years without making a difference in unemployment, tells us he can't do it. So if you were at a job and your manager can't get the job done for 1 year, they say, okay, give him a chance. The second year, you say, well, you know what, he's trying, but still hasn't done it. The third year, he'd be out, and he'd be fired, and a new person would be in his place. So there's no way you're going to reward a guy for doing nothing but handing money to rich people and big industry and say he was a success. He's not. He needs to be replaced.
No, once again, I didn't say he was a success, but if he can bring a positive trend, a upward trend, before his election, because once again, you got to consider the choices. Unless this Rick Perry, Governor Rick Perry of Texas, really articulates his plan, he might be the individual in the White House next year. But other than that, it's very weak.
Well, I mean, that it is what it is, but he hasn't done anything, and for people to reward him, it'll be another year of futile stupidness. And then at the end of 7 years, you say, well, he's almost got jobs going. He's trying his best. You got to give him credit for bailing out Donald Trump. He got Donald Trump that loan, and now Donald Trump's back on top again. And at 42%, he's doing better. So he did something for someone. Big deal. The average Joe wants a job, and Obama did not come to it.
All right, so next week,
Yes.
in a couple days, we will be talking with football in our NFL show, correct?
Football, football, footballs, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing but footballs all over the place. Yes. Look at that little monkey run.